Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yoyis and I'm a lash artist in Las Vegas. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to get this simple hybrid cat eye. And now I'm going to be mapping, which I try to make it as simple as possible. That way you guys can understand really what a hybrid set is. So for this set, I'm not doing nothing crazy. I'm just going to be doing a simple cat eye with not too many links. I wanted to keep it as simple as possible. That way you guys could really understand. And for lengths, I am going to be using, starting off in inner corner, 9mm all the way up to 13 millimeters. So again, very simple, very short. So all you're gonna do is section off 5 sections, and you're gonna go from 9 in the inner corner all the way up to 13 in the outer corner. The outer corner, of course, you want it to be the longest. That way it gives it that cat eye effect. So after doing all that, I realized that I didn't prime. So now I'm just going ahead and priming her lashes with the Soko Lashes primer. And I'm taking my time to really get in there and make sure that they're nice and primed. I feel like a lot of you guys always ask me if washing and priming their lashes is necessary because it tends to dry out your client's lashes, and honestly, no. This has never happened to me. I feel like if I miss one or the other, I don't have the best retention. So that's why I always take the time to wash and prime their lashes, because I notice that you want everything completely removed. You want to make sure that their lashes are nice and primed and ready to go, because when you go in with extensions and the glue, it's gonna stick to it so beautifully. So that's why I always recommend to wash and prime their lashes to get the best retention. So the reason behind me doing this simple hybrid set is because I got a comment the other day, and the girl was telling me that I wasn't certified because you're not supposed to place more than one lash on a lash. And I thought it was really funny, and it's kind of weird that, you know, trainers are out there saying that you're not supposed to do that and it's not healthy for the natural lash. And I understand, but if you're only doing classics, then yes, you do not want to be placing more than one classic lash per lash because it is too much weight. But there is such thing as thinner lashes that you could use to create fans, and those fans will get you a fuller look, hence volume and mega volume lashes. So this hybrid set is pretty much a volume set mixed with a classic set. So you're going to be mixing classic lashes with volume fans. So as you can see here, now that I placed 2 classic lashes, I'm going to go ahead and place a volume fan in the center of those classic lashes to create a fuller look. It is going to be a little more textured, and that's one thing that I really like about hybrids, is that it gives you more texture, but you could still achieve a fuller look or a softer look with a hybrid set. So I wanted to show you guys that I do hand make my fans. I feel like in every video I get questions if I use pre-made fans just because of the way I edit my videos, but I am showing you guys here that I do make my fans as I go to determine the weight of how big my fan should be according to the health of the lash. So as you can see here, I am making fans as big as 7D. I wanted them to be a little lighter since this is her first time getting lash extensions. She wanted a softer look. So now I am going back and forth between each eye, and that's normally how I do my eyes. I like to go back and forth because I'm able to give that extension that I placed time to dry. If you are working within one eye, you're not giving your extension enough time to dry, and that's when stickies happen. So I recommend to go back and forth between both eyes and give those extensions enough time to dry. Okay, so now that I explained why I work this way, I want to give you guys more pointers. I feel like there really isn't the perfect or the right way to do it, or like how many classics per fan. I guess it all just depends on how you want to go about it. Normally, I like to do classic fan, classic fan, or classic fan. It just depends, like I said. So I noticed that my client didn't really have that many layers, so I went classic fan. Normally I like to look at my client's natural lashes and go from there. So depending on how many layers or how many lashes they have and how thick and full they want them, then that's how I will determine how many classics and how many fans. But I noticed that my client didn't have that many lashes to work with, and she wanted a very subtle look but still full. So as you can see here, I'm going back and forth between a classic lash and a volume fan, and then a classic lash and then a volume fan. But then if I feel like she needs a little more volume fans, then I'll go ahead and do that. So now I'm just going to be going back and forth, finishing off the inner corners. And normally I like to start off with the inner corners because that is the hardest. And if you are a beginner lash artist and if you are struggling doing inner corners, then I recommend to do that first. If you get the hard part out of the way, then it'll just become easier. That way you could finish off faster. So again, I'm going back and forth, finishing off the inner corners. So now I am jumping up to 10 millimeters. Another tip that I will give you when it comes to a hybrid set that I know that has helped me out a lot is to place a classic lash, skip one lash, and then place another classic lash. That way you leave one lash in the middle, and that will help you isolate so much better. So when you go in to place the fan, you know exactly where to look for that lash. So try this out next time you're struggling isolating. Place a couple classic lashes. I feel like once you get the classic lashes out of the way, it's easier for you to go back and isolate and find the next lash to place that fan. Another tip too is don't miss a lash. If you are already missing lashes, as in you miss a lash and then you place a classic, and then you miss a lash and then you place a fan, and then you miss a lash and then you place another classic, you are losing out on so many lashes. So in reality, you're only lashing about 50%. So if you expect your clients to come in with 50% of their lashes to be considered a fill, then you didn't give them much to work with. So you can't expect your clients to come in with a lot of lashes if you yourself are not lashing every single lash. So this is why I tell you to make sure that every single lash is lashed, because you give your clients more to work with. So please do yourself a favor and take that extra time to get every single lash lashed. It will benefit you in the end. Your clients will come back with better retention and their sets will look fuller. So if you are struggling in getting your sets to look full, then that is the number one tip that I will give you, is to make sure that every single lash is lashed. So I am making sure that none of my lashes are sticking to each other. I am taking the time to go back and forth between both eyes, but I have to edit that out because then these videos will be super long. And I am also editing the part where I make my fans. I feel like it would be more time if I sit here and leave everything in this video. So again, I am making my fans. I'm just editing that part out so the video doesn't drag. So again, my fans are anywhere from 7D to 10D depending on how healthy her lash is and is able to handle the weight. And since I am using Soko Lashes 0.04 volume lashes, then I am able to make the fans a little bit bigger since the weight is lighter, since the lashes are lighter. But like I said, I wanted to keep this very subtle, so I wasn't making my fans as big as I normally would, since she does have very healthy lashes. So here I'm just showing you guys how I normally work. So now I'm just making a volume fan. And since I am almost finished with my set, I am working on the outer corners. And I did put tape on the outer corners to lift her eyelids up a little bit, since she did have very hooded eyes. I noticed that the outer corners were very drooped in, so I used tape to help me lift up her eyelid and help me get right in there. And I know, I'm sorry, my big old head is getting in the video. Honestly, for me, hybrid sets are the easiest to do because it's just a classic to a volume fan. And if you guys don't know how to do a volume set, I feel like hybrids are going to be a little difficult for you. So learn how to do volume sets first, and then you can start doing hybrid sets. And once you get hybrid sets down, those will be honestly your favorite because they're just so simple to do. So now I'm just removing all the tape and all the extra stuff that she had on her face. And now I'm going to finish her off by sealing in her lashes. And of course, you already know that I'm going to be using my Soko Lashes Sealer. I cannot finish off my sets without this. It's like magic in a bottle. I don't know what it is about this sealer that just completely changed everything for me. If you guys haven't seen my retention video, and in that video I explain everything, all the products that I use to get me good retention, and this sealer is one of them. I've tried so many sealers out there in the market and none of them have worked for me the way that this one does. So if you guys are looking for a sealer or bonder, then I 100% recommend this one. And on top of it too, it smells amazing. I don't even know what it smells like, but it smells so good. Your clients will honestly love this scent. They tell me all the time this is the best part of our session. Okay, so now that I'm done with everything, I'm just gonna go ahead, fan her out, and pretty much finish her off, pull off her eye pads, everything. So that pretty much wraps up today's video. If you guys like today's video, then make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you do have any more questions, make sure to comment down below, or you could personally DM me on my Instagram. Make sure to go follow me on there as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you guys don't miss out on future lash content, and make sure to go check out all my other videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.